What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Terence Bud Crawford. He responds to Keith Thurman. You guys that knew that Keith Thurman's people reached out to Bob Arum, which is a fact, okay? It's been verified by both sides. What we didn't know is that we didn't know the amount. We didn't know what the demands were. All we heard Bob said was the demands were outrageous, okay? Ridiculous. And we know it now because Terence Crawford has came out and said this in his tweet. He said, "At Keith Thurman Jr., you funny, making it seem like you wanted a real fight with me, the king, knowing you wasn't gonna get no damn 10 million. Look, whenever you're ready for real, I'll be here to smash your ass. And for that stupid people that think that I ducked y'all, go fall off a cliff, y'all stupid." Wow. Look, the 10 million. See, we didn't hear what it was. And this is a current, and this is typical from PBC fighters, especially when they go or they have an opportunity to fight someone else on another platform. They want to ask for a stupidly amount of money. Like $10 million. Isn't that what Adrian Broner demanded Al Heyman for? So if Al Heyman is not going to pay $10 million for his fighter, which is Adrian Broner, which is probably more marketable than Keith Thurman, why the hell would Bob Arum give Keith Thurman $10 million? Counterpunch. That's easy as, look, it's easy to say, hey, and I was actually on Bob's ass about this because I was pissed off about Bob for a couple other reasons, and it kind of referenced this particular reason, but you can't fault Bob Arum for that. Nobody is going to give a guy that does not have a belt, a former unified champion, not current, former, past tense, no $10 million fucking dollars. I'm sorry, it's not going to work that way. $10 million is one of those things, dude, that's Manny Pacquiao's salary. I think Manny got $10 million to fight Keith Thurman. So why would he ask for $10 million just because it's on ESPN? What, for a crossover fight? You have nothing bringing to the table except your name, and that you really haven't done anything lately but lose. Good fight with Manny Pacquiao. Close, but no cigar. None at all. So, I'm with... What the hell? Okay. Amber alert. All right, cool. All right, cool. Anyway, back to what I was saying. There is no way in hell that Keith Thurman should get $10 million and demand $10 million. You know, it looks like to me, from me looking at what I've just heard and learned and read, that Keith Thurman wants to play the I'm going to price myself out and then turn around and call you a ducker situation. That's that move. That's that move that you do when you know damn well you're in a situation like, hey, I really want to fight you, send the contract, but hey, I want $10 million. You know what I mean? And if you couldn't get $10 million, why isn't there a cheaper route? How about 7 or 6? You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Again, you didn't get that for fighting Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao got that. So how in the hell are you going to get $10 million? Hold on a second. Let's verify this because I believe I'm correct. How much money did Manny Pacquiao get fighting Keith Thurman? And there we go. According to the commission, Pacquiao will earn a guaranteed $10 million. And Thurman, 2.5. 2.5. So he wants 4 times the amount of money just to fight Terence Bud Crawford. Really? Come on, really? I mean, think about it. Now, even with both men to earn more, you know, because it was pay-per-view, that still put Thurman closer to $8 million and Manny Pacquiao over $20 million. But still, that's for pay-per-view though. Okay, so how can you get a guaranteed $10 million fucking dollars when you were willing to take a guaranteed $2.5 million in your last fight? I mean, make that make sense. You can't. You can't make it make sense because it doesn't make sense. Keith Thurman's ass was asking for too much money. At least match what you had before. Let's do a pay-per-view event. On top of that, we're in Corona season. There's no guarantee that shit was going to be in a live audience, a live a coliseum, a stadium, a live venue. You won't get that. You won't get a gate. So you want $10 million for the fight Bud Crawford with no live gate or no guaranteed live gate revenue. How do you think they made this money? Because it was a live gate. People in attendance. Okay? It wasn't a situation where, they're getting a guaranteed 20 or 8 million for Thurman and 20 million. No, they had to get that because the revenue had to make the pay-per-view numbers had to do a certain number for those guys to get paid what they were projected to get paid. But it was not a guarantee that Manny Pacquiao made $20 million or Thurman $8 million. That's the truth of it. So we have to deal with how the cards dealt us with this virus going on. It's a lot of restrictions. People are not even allowed to be together to watch events like that. Even if they wanted to, they can't. Okay? So that is what we're dealing with. Simple. Okay? Because so Thurman, it doesn't look good for Thurman. It looks like Thurman priced himself out like a lot of those guys do. That's like Errol Spence asking for $20 million to fight Canelo. You know, matter of fact, Errol Spence didn't even ask for that. I take that back. That was Oscar saying, I'll give him $20 million. $20 million. Like, why would you even start with an amount that much? You know what I mean? I mean, it's great for Errol, but, Errol's like, well, damn, if you're going to give me 20, I want 30. How about 25? Since you started so high. And now, since he's already set that number, he could always say that. Well, Oscar De La Hoya gave me 20. He offered me $20 million to fight El Sandman. Right? So it is what it is. But back to Thurman, though. No, this is unacceptable. He asked for way too much money, especially this time frame. And even if it was a live gate, he shouldn't get that much money. Okay? The guarantee shouldn't be that way. Why? Because the guarantee for him to fight Manny Pacquiao was 2.5, and that should have been enough for him to make a Terence Bud Crawford fight if he really wanted to fight. That's my counterpunch on that. You guys tell me what you think about Keith Thurman and Terence Crawford's situation. Please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.